The one who stayed the departure he left on a Sunday morning. No storms, no arguments, no slammed doors, just silence. The kind of silence that doesn't shout. It whispers, it's over. His cup of coffee was still half full. His shirt was still hanging on the chair. Everything looked the same, but nothing was. She stood there for a long time, staring at the door he didn't close all the way. A part of her wanted to run after him. Another part, the quieter, wiser part, told her to stay still, because sometimes chasing someone who doesn't want to be found is just another way of abandoning yourself. The empty room, the house, changed first. Not suddenly, but in small, cruel ways. The air grew heavier. The walls forgot how to echo laughter. She'd wake up at 2 a.m., not because of nightmares, but because her heart still hadn't accepted the truth that some people leave long before they actually go. She kept his toothbrush for a while, not because she thought he'd return, but because throwing it away felt like deleting proof that once love lived here. The world moves on. Everyone told her to move on. They said it like it was easy, like healing was a checklist. Step 1, delete the photos. Step 2, forget the voice. Step 3, pretend you never cared. But she knew healing wasn't forgetting. It was remembering without breaking. It was learning to breathe. In the same air that once carried his name, the war within, there were days when she hated him, and nights when she missed him so much she couldn't breathe. Grief isn't linear. It's a storm, one that floods your soul, then leaves you gasping on the shore. She would whisper into the darkness, I was enough, as if saying it out loud would make it real. But deep down, she wasn't angry because he left. She was angry because she stayed too long, hoping he would choose her the way she kept choosing him. The awakening one morning, she woke up different. There was no revelation, no lightning, no tears. Just a quiet realization. She didn't want to wait anymore. She went for a walk, the first in months, and for the first time, she noticed how the sun touched the leaves, how the wind played with her hair, how her heartbeat no longer trembled at the thought of him. It wasn't happiness yet, but it was something close. Peace, and peace, she realized, was rarer than love. The becoming Shay began to rebuild, not her life, herself. She read again, laughed again, dreamed again. She took herself to places she had once waited to visit with him, and with every small act of courage, she reclaimed the pieces of her soul she had once handed over like gifts to someone who never said thank you. Her silence became her power, her solitude, her sanctuary. The return months later, he returned, not because he missed her, but because he missed the way she made him feel. He expected her to be waiting, but she wasn't the same woman anymore. The one who once begged for love now carried her own light. She didn't need his words to feel worthy. She didn't need his presence to feel whole. He looked at her, searching for the girl who once looked at him like he was everything. That all he found was a woman who had become everything she needed. The choice, he said, softly, I made a mistake. And for a moment, the world held its breath, because there was a time when those words could have saved everything. But now, they were too late. Because love that leaves without reason loses its right to return. She smiled, not with bitterness, but with grace. I hope you find what you're looking for, she said, and she meant it. Then she walked away, not out of pride, but peace. Because forgiveness doesn't always mean reconciliation. Sometimes, it simply means letting go of the pain that tried to destroy you. The one who's standing, that's the irony of it all. He left, but she was the one who truly stayed with her pain. She stayed through her nights of loneliness. She stayed long enough to learn that staying for herself was more sacred than waiting for anyone else. She stayed to heal, to grow, to rise, and in that stillness, she found the kind of love that never leaves, the one that begins and ends within. The final words, maybe that's what strength really is, not how loud you can scream when someone leaves, but how quietly you can rebuild when they're gone. Because the world doesn't remember the ones who leave, it remembers the ones who stay with their hearts open, their dignity intact, and their souls unbroken. She was the one who stayed, and that made all the difference.